Preston Pedals is a pilot cycling hub on a mission to engage communities and more people in Preston to cycle, especially those short journeys under 5 miles. The project has also enabled adults to learn to ride a bike and improve people's confidence in cycling on roads. We all know someone who has a bike stacked away in their garage, going rusty or just unused. Preston Pedals is giving a new lease of life to these bikes to help their owners to get back on the saddle or to help someone else who can't afford a bike. Working with skilled bike technicians, the owners or new owners can be helped to restore a bike and avoid sending it to landfill. At the same time, encouraging more bike riding to reduce our carbon footprint further by using 2 wheels to make short local journeys. Ian Wright started his journey with a checkup at the doctor's.
And he asked me to get on the scales, and I couldn't quite believe what I saw. And I said, I'm going to do something about this. I'm going to get a bike and I'm going to get the weight off. There was 2 stone more of me before I started commuting by bike, and as a result of that I felt lighter, fitter, stronger, more relaxed, more at ease with myself. And there's no way I want to go back to the place I was in before I started riding. That keeps me going. That's the spur every day to come into work by bike.
Following a cardiac arrest, David Smith joined Heartbeat, where he learned about the Preston Pedals sessions being held there and thought his old bike in the garage might just help his recovery.
Yes, exactly. Obviously, I come here for rehabilitation, but everything you do exercise-wise helps you health-wise. So now I've got a bike to use, I can also get out and about and ride about Preston on it.
Heading up the pilot project is Julie Ridley from Climate Action Preston.
2021 we had a cycling campaign in which lots of people across Preston took part, and the evidence was there that people were very interested in having a better cycling infrastructure in Preston. At the end of 2021 we had the opportunity to apply for national lottery funding through Together for the Planet, which was a great opportunity to propose a project that was going to reuse and recycle bikes, that was going to promote everyday cycling, and that was going to increase people's skills in riding a bike, and people can learn how to look after their bikes better, to maintain them.
Preston Pedals encourages everyday cycling, whether for work, shopping or socialising, with a radical new approach to bike ownership which encourages confidence, teaches skills and makes the cycle owner proud to have a machine which they recreated themselves with expert help. Maintenance sessions held at various locations are aimed at existing bike owners to help them maintain their own bikes, ensuring that they know how to approach simple tasks such as mending a puncture and adjusting brakes to keep their bikes in good condition.
Took wheels off, quick release wheels, put them back on, checked, done a bike check to see if, what damage is done to the bikes, if they need any maintenance done to them and stuff. We're doing punches at the minute.
I know how to take tyres off now. I know that there's an inner tube inside a tyre.
Daniel's a good learner. We built him a bike eventually out of a donated bike, and he was really pleased with it.
It's been really enjoyable. I don't have any previous experience with working on bikes, but Frank has taken me through the process from basics like adjusting brakes and chain and stuff like that, and he just makes it easy, just shows you how to use all the tools. I'm out of work at the moment, and I used to own a car, but that's just not something I can afford anymore, so this bike's actually my mode of transport to get anywhere, really. Carol and David came. Initially they brought down Carol's bike, which is an old school ladies' bike.
We were involved with Heartbeat already, and I saw on the Facebook page an advert for Frank and Preston Pedals, and I had this old bike in the garage, 40-year-old bike, which I've always dreamed of renovating, bringing it back to its former glory. So I contacted them, and Frank said to bring the bike along, he'd have a look, and when he saw it he said, yeah, we can work on that and do something with it. He recommended I get the wire wool out and work on the spokes and the wheels and all the chrome on the bike. So I've spent like 3-hour sessions in my garage with my wire wool working away on it, and it's brought it up amazingly, and I've actually quite enjoyed doing it. Got addicted to it in the end.
David, her husband, he came with a bike that was, although younger than Carol's, it was battered.
Yeah, I think mine was actually worse than Carol's. Most importantly, the brakes didn't work so good. I was pressing on, and they just wouldn't work.
I'm learning a lot of new things. I learned some of the tools, how to use the tools, because these tools which are not very familiar in like our daily life. So these are some like spanners and everything is a little bit different comparing to like a normal tooling session. So this Mr. Frank helped me to identify what are the tools used, and I feel very comfortable after like the riding after the works. And
alongside skilled instructors at the national cycling project Pedal Away, we've been helping increase skills to ensure people have the capacity to cycle.
She was completely never ride a bike before. Right, she come down on Moore Park first, and she's done very well.
As well as basic riding techniques, the project encourages other skills, such as towing tag-along trailers for carrying children. Preston Pedals activity has also captured the attention of local cycle shops. Martin Wallace has a cycle business in Higher Walton.
Next year we will have been in business 30 years, and we've started with basic bikes and then grew on to doing custom bikes and supporting people from children who, as I'm a bit older now, their children now come in and buy bikes. We saw that Julie had put a post on where a young lady near Cardinal Newman College had a bicycle wheel stolen, and to replace the wheel you would have to replace the cassette, the freewheel, the tyre tube and the disc rotor, so it's over £120, and she obviously couldn't afford to do that. So between myself and Mick, we managed to create another wheel, and we took it up to her and fit it.
And Robin Hyde of Flow Cycles in Longridge also contacted the project.
I was obviously interested in what Preston Pedals were doing, what they're all about. I also had some bikes in the shop that customers didn't particularly want anymore. If we can save bikes from going to the tip, perfectly usable bikes, and someone can get the use out of it, then that's brilliant.